position on defense. The retake that they have with this composition is quite good, right? We see a lot in this
work. It's really awesome to see because you get this a lot.
Everybody's set up for a post plant. The poison orb's already on the ground on the site. The first snake bite to come out. They got no more shock darts actually for Bob, and she's going to spot one right away. Now off the defuse. It's not even halfway, but we are pushing forward for the defenders, and it's going to be a tit for tat. Still an advantage going in for LG as they are closing in the gap right now into cave side. Mada continues to press forward. The defuse is coming in. It's all up to Crunchy. He's able to get one and a second one, and the defuse is almost there. Dashes away with success. And that is still going to be the piss around, though, for Luminosity. Toxic screen every single round, usually at the same spot. But again, using the executes on different sites. Low HP is going to be Bob. She's going to fall back for a bit. We have made our way all the way up towards the A halls as we're trying to do a little bit of damage from iyen. But a nice kill here from Miniature is going to take down TiGG, who overcommitted a little bit towards the A-side cave. Trades looking to happen towards the A-side halls. A flash to come out as doors opens at the same time, but we're still able to get a frag there for JSUNG. Still, advantage coming in for LG as the off angles are paying off for the defender side. Finally, a nice trade-off, a 2 versus 2. It virtually at the same HP as dazzLe, though, gets sprayed down to low HP on the top of A halls. The lineup to come out, and it's a 1v1.
Spike planted.
Thankfully, she gets the spike down. It's a bit of money, and then a jump spot, and a recon dart. So who's going to be the upper hand here on this mirror match of these two Sovas? Recon dart not spawning dazzLe, who's hiding inside just outside the cave, and Bob just thought that
a lot of the trademarks always sit here at A. It seems like they've gotten TiGG on maybe getting a little antsy on the push, or read that from what they've been doing. bdog and dazzLe come up big with 2 their vans, and the spike hasn't even moved yet.
It's about to get spotted, though.
They're just dismantling.
Now, crunching in right now are the last players of the two of Soniqs, iyen, and Crunchy moving forward, and it's still going to be bdog that still continues to not miss. But you see how every time you have somebody down, the immediate trade comes back. If it's not directly on a battle, it's on a lurk somewhere. Yeah. It's working for a bit for Soniqs. You got to give it a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel.
It's true. They rely on it, right? Yep. They have the utility to get a bunch of retakes, but you got to have the trades. Ooh.
Works enough. It's a 1 versus 1.
That's gonna be big.
Crunchy's gonna get the plant, into the A site, and that's gonna be Moose going from Moose.
Textbook here in a big round. They just keep kind of mounting the way that Soniqs has been buying. They get this one, and they'll really be able to solidify a little bit of armor for the next one. And every round has been really expensive, which starts to play a part in the game. There's the quick shots. Crunchy with a 4K. Even Crunchy just to the side so he can affect but still fight.
And that's the same thing for LG. They're comfortable with playing the retake towards this B site, where this
always
site
it seems
is being taken by Soniqs, because you still have Trailblazer and 2 flashes available from Mada 2. So there's that Q, the recon dart, and also on top of that, the trapwire. A lurk from iyen. It's not going to pay off, so Mada gets that kill. And that was an important kill for Mada. If not, all that utility that I just mentioned from Sky is not going to happen. On top of that, Seekers to come out. bdog at the spawn side of the Archers. Moose gets the headshot onto Crunchy as JSUNG is just trying to stay alive towards ladder. Gets pinged and hit by the Seeker. Stuck down towards this ladder as he swings out. Aims down the sight. One spotted towards tunnel. That's the first one down. The underhand to swing out for 2 blinded opponents, and JSUNG gets a second one. Finally gets traded out, but they're playing a perfect post plan so far, all thanks to JSUNG. 2 more to go. Bob and Miniature. A knock to come out. It connects. And the last one, it's a trade-off. Now the recon dart, you're just running this clock down. It's going to be Mada trying to run for the spike to at least get it halfway. He still had the L drone for Bob, and she goes for the swing and the kill. At the same time, when you're going for a full execute, actually, let's talk about that a little bit later, because they're pushing out towards the cave side. A triple push coming out from Luminosity, and iyen's already falling. But with that is information that the B side should be weak, so Moose has to come up huge in the back of this B side. Owl drone on the defender side outside of Nest. The spike has now been dropped, looking for that second kill, denied by Miniature, who's pushing back towards that spawn site. Spike, meanwhile, has been dropped, though, and Miniature's posted right here. Trailblazer giving away his position as he has to break it. And here comes bdog on the other end.
Oh, he's playing a dangerous game right now.
Woo!
Gets another one. Hides, does have wall protection. He's heating up with that. Oh, a nice shot as well. JSUNG with the 1-tap.
That's what I'm talking about when you're playing these two together, but tucked around the corner, we have 2 immediate kills. So it's up to JSUNG on looking for a clutch. The first one in the front, now being spammed by Mada right after. A little bit of overextension from Miniature.
That spike down if he makes a shot. And it actually misses. Now he's going to have to deal with Bob as he got tagged for a moment there.
Got dinked too at 8 HP, but sometimes 8 HP is all you need when you're bdog. as we do have the Dolda Faust, but the cannon is sticking out, spotted by Moose. Viper's Pit
this
on the
round.
attack, 10 seconds left on the clock. He's looking back towards that flank. Moose finally takes him from lower B, and it's all up to one player, Iyen, who's been warming up before this game. Let's see if he's warmed up enough to clutch a 4 versus 1. bdog, who's been low on HP this whole round, is still alive. Back towards A main. That is 1 down, 3 to go. Snake bite onto the main B site. Oh, he just got tagged a bit. They know he's in this corner. Shock Dart down to 5 HP. Another one close range. We're running outside the smoke, and it's going to be dazzLe that gets the kill. A nice retake for LG as they take the lead by 2.
Let's take a day to learn it. And now it's up to the defuse here. They're trying to get some peeks through some shots and see who's close. They blast their way through. The defense isn't set up, though. That Viper Orb could have been put down. It would have protected so many Vans, and they get a little too hot. And they head in. It is going to be a few down, but a 4v3 here for the defuse.
There's just so much utility to cover this. Like you saw at the Cyber Cage, a Poison Orb, but JSUNG connects with a headshot. Another smoke to go on top of that spike, but it still has not gone halfway. Bob, she gets the Shock Dart onto Moose. Here comes the Hunter's Fury, and she's going to get the kill and trying to get the third one, but it's going to be fully absorbed by bdog no matter what. So it's going to be the defuse for LG. That was a close call.
LG figuring out how to get through these situations a bit here. The Soniqs now has to come up with something.
This is something new right here. It's a split very quick towards the A side from mid. It's a 3-2 with one still lurking towards mid side. The ult gets immediately canceled by dazzLe, but we made it on top of the staircase. That's Crunchy. Orange down, and a kill from Iyen for bdog rotating towards elbow side. So we are in an advantage by 1 player so far because JSUNG's still down with the null command. Here comes another one spotted on the top of the bridge. The spike has been planted at the same spots where you have Soniqs retreating back for a pulse plant play. Moose peeking back out, looking for that trade. A nice double swing that had to come out too, so that's going to spot the last 2. That's going to allow dazzLe to move forward, but a full kit right now for this Silva. A recon dart into cave. Does have Owl drone and double shockies, but of course, you're not going to go for a drone on a 2v1. A nice recon dart. Now he's pinged on the right side. You can play the clock. A snake bite in the front to prevent the push from moving forward. This will allow, oh my god. Okay,
it's so hard to, it's so hard
you
to
just love the angles though of these snake bites that when it bounces off the pyramids, but you're gonna lose this on time for dazzLe. Looking to save at least your weapon. You're looking to make it expensive. Iyen's chasing after him, and you survive to the spike of the Soniqs are currently set up towards this B main site. Here it comes. They're going to try to make a little bit of utility towards this front side. Both trap bars are now actually gone because he gets popped by a 0 point and also a null command, but stays alive on the right side of the site, runs in towards the ladder room, and that's going to be 3 to fall. 2 more lined up, and Miniature finally trades it out. But in the back of the site, Mada's already rotated. Miniature's with this operator, and a Bob with the swing out. She does get the headshot onto TiGG. Now down to only 1 more to go, make that 0. And that's already going to be Miniature on the top of bridge side. Only 2 players holding in towards the mid-side doors on the attack. 1 at Cage. It works out for a double swing for that kill onto Bob. She falls. Cage to come up. Miniature at the staircase. And we still have Crunchy. What a swing by Moose. Now making it a 3-on-2. The advantage goes back to LG as we also have pushed forward into the site. So this should be an easy plan for the last 2 players rotating in.
0 point and flash ready, but they lost Miniature right away. dazzLe wants to peek. dazzLe's feeling it. Oh, reloads in the open. What was not thinking that? Looks like we'd had a lot of Stonar Dart trickery coming into these games, but TiGG's able to.
And then Frenzy Armor is once again pushing down towards A-Halls, this time with support from Mada. Owl drone towards that back. Will ping one. Nice wall bang from Bob that you just saw through the X-ray in Miniature's POV. That drops another kill. Now both players that push inside the A-Halls just got dropped, but at least for LG's case, they made it past the A entrance into bricks. But here comes a couple of stars down from Crunchy, who's been a beautiful anchor point inside this A site, trying to isolate this 1v1 against dazzLe, and it works out. Only Moose to go with this Guardian.
It's probably going to be a bit tougher of a round to break all that util, as I was saying. Like, this is the way they need to play, but probably not so much once guns come out. You just saw Crunchy standing on the other side of a smoke. Like,
a very, very slow default for LG, looking to split and actually crunch down against JSUNG. There's that updraft. He dashes away, but the lurk's still coming in from that mid side. So we're going to have that battle towards that front. Here comes actually a recon dart where
Oh, the
Crunchy's gonna get
dart!
the wall bang. But here comes JSUNG looking towards that back because dazzLe is looking for that flank, and he manages to get that kill. Now Moose dropping in towards Sussy, does get headshotted by Crunchy, and we're just getting wall bangs and trades. That looks perfect for SQ.
Standing ahead.
Strong Rev looks like we're gonna change the pace a bit. We're gonna try to go quick, and here comes that flash. Miniature doesn't need to go for a teleporter yet. We had a recon dart that spotted him too, and also the heal coming out from Mana should be helping out for bdog for a bit, but bdog's like, I'm gonna go through. This is beautiful right now. A flash in
He
the
was
back
not
of the
ready.
poison orb so he could dash through and get the kill.
He was not ready at all.
In his sight.
Nice back and forth, avoiding a lot of that
Wow.
utility that could be coming at him. Crunchy, though, the controller fragger coming through gets finally dropped by Moose. Again, trying to hold that territory. The Viper ult comes out, and Miniature's going to answer back quickly. Now we're in the 2v2.
One enemy remaining.
The lurk from dazzLe, Miniature to fall. For LG to win this 2 versus 1. With that clock ticking down and that snake bite, that solidifies the deal. LG is going to take the lead by 2 to have a 10-8 scoreline.
Weapons.
Last player standing.
The spawn side,
Yeah.
but it's not going to connect.
The position held. Nice little flick there by JSUNG to pick one up. And
He's dead.
again, a forward read on
He's
the
not
map. He's not. Double flash. Tries to get himself to
Are you
safety.
kidding me?
JSUNG comes up with one.
Are you
no,
kidding me?
Twins!
Jason, how do you stay alive from that? You know what? I almost Casa cursed him, but I blessed him at that point because he was dead to rights. Knife out, and the spray missed, and he gets 3 kills on top of that to actually give this huge lead.
And man, JSUNG is just stepping up. You were right.
Ever since like looking at Champions Masters 3 now, just the ADS is so strong for like these first shots. Even trying to spray
It is.
on long range with that seems to be very strong too. And look at that, man. Through the toxic screen, a kill from Bob onto bdog, and Miniature with the op misses, but at least teleports it to a snake bite. But Crunchy's there once again. They cannot stop Crunchy at this spot. We should just start calling this spot
Enemy
Crunchy.
remaining. Spike
Yeah,
down
ooh,
A.
crunchy box. I like it. Oh my word. Oh, he got shuts down. The crunchy crumbles.
Bob on the ground, snake bite coming in from the door side from iyen. A jump spot from Bob, she doesn't see him yet, and JSUNG moves in from the back end. And
Yeah,
that's all-
taken right away. Ripped from the grasp. Small rotation over, alt from the front. So
unlucky.
oh, they only have one spot to run. Fish in a barrel, and Crunchy comes up with another one. How are they going to be able to work this?
That way, Crunchy
Very
with
well,
the headshot onto
apparently.
TiGG. Spike is now down. 2 more kills to go to win the map. As Bob, she's holding in the back of the
enemy
site.
remaining.
1 more to go as it's going to be bdog. Okay, with the operator. Null commander lookout. He's trying to look towards that back of the site, and somehow, somewhere, somebody's going to peek at some point. But there's 30 seconds left, and the
30
spike is down
seconds
out
left.
in the open. Very, very patient play by Soniqs so far, and that recon dart might give some information. So he dashes towards the front of tunnels, but it's still going to be iyen to
I was
cut
going to say, it's just interesting to see the teams finding staples and some agents and other
towards
teams.
ropes, but here comes that split into the site.
Cheeky. Very cheeky stuff. Here it goes. Let's see what they have.
They have a frenzy from TiGG, a headshot, and a second kill with a dink onto Crunchy as well. TiGG went to work. More frenzies going to work. This triple stack inside the B site was nothing but frenzies, and it was a hectic round for SQ that just got dropped. Only Miniature to go. 8 seconds left. Cannot connect with the headhunter, and he's going to fall.
Just didn't hear it on her side at the distance. They're going to keep working that spike towards mid for now, as they know this is going to be a hit.
Nine is able to take down dazzLe, so information that 2 players are playing towards B main. JSUNG going with the fragment on top
30
with the
seconds
Vandal to stop Mana in his tracks. iyen's clearing out that B site. It is open for business. JSUNG playing towards the hell side, down low on HP. Crossfire looking to be set up, and it's still going to be the backstab from JSUNG playing down towards lower hell. And finally, TiGG is there to try to avenge his teammates. A little bit of overheating from JSUNG that turns it around. iyen's going to have to try to clutch closing in. Ringing around to Rosie at that pillar. Both of them looking towards the back of the site. Here it comes. Both of them are now out. iyen made his way towards orange wall. Back towards the main side. Gets tagged to
Oh my
27. That spike looking to be the fuse, and it will be after.
The blade storm, so that comes up great timing for them to just keep rolling on what could be a forceful equal round next time, and then another round when they need that blade. When she starts off, though, he's back to those first bloods, Vans.
And here comes the hat to get some information. Enemies are now spotted. Moose out in the open. A fault line to stop it, and
30
Crunchy.
seconds left.
That's 3 on the board, looking for the 4th, but it's looking to get stopped here by Bob, but she gets denied by Mada. That is now a 4-on-2. Spike will now get planted. Alert from Miniature, unfortunately for bdog.
Enough. Look at the utility setup as well from LG. This will be a
Especially with the camera, but it's a rolling thunder. That's going to clear a bit. Cosmic Divide towards that heaven. Lots of pain shells just to clear utility from the trap wires. But here comes a defender Cosmic Divide as well. Flash. Moose is now half blinded. A ping coming out.
My word.
Here comes a showstopper. We talked about it before, but it does not connect. Moose still alive on the other side of the wall. There's only 6 seconds left. We're peeking through everything. Oh, door and a hand of flash coming out from JSUNG. Out of bullets. Outlet the classic. Does not connect with the kill, but there's no time left. bdog comes in for the save, and it's just going to be...
doesn't really like to have that flanker too much on this. If they have the protection, trademarks, and the trip wires are going to keep them safe, but can they get this B take?
So good right now. We have Moose staying all the way far back so that his traps can still stay up, but that's not good enough. Soniqs are now closing inside that site, and they plow TiGG and bdog to get a plant for B main.
Like that run through from iyen. Little hip fire cross.
Almost a little bit of a rise style going on there.
Timeless classic 3-2 split. It's like the one you can apply to anything. And it was pretty...
attacker spawn, sorry. So he heard that for a bit, and now with 15 seconds left, you're trying to crunch inside this B site.
They've chosen incorrectly, but can they make that decision a better one? dazzLe says no.
And a flash running on that clock, trying to get the plant, and that's mada. We talked about the raise operator.
Did kind of snap execute. It looked great on that round. Here we're back to guns on both sides.
And it's the opposite. It's actually LG pushing down towards mid side. And that's spiked down towards market, but at least not known by LG because it was dropped at the beginning of the round.
What?
And we talked about a little bit more pressure towards the A side, trying to force that rotation. It doesn't pay off. After a couple players moving down, it's like, okay, well, it's time.
They've seen a precedent of just the camera being heaven, which was set there by Moose in previous rounds. But TiGG just takes full advantage of people not even looking at him there. Unfortunate to see. Great for TiGG. Very happy to pick those up as iyen trying to make quick work of some pressure.
Almost gets the second one, but at least they get the spike plant down. But closing in are the rest of LG. 2 swinging out from the A ramp, and it's going to be bdog that takes.
But they don't know, so what's the, what can you do?
Thunder.
It's going to be the lean in. Here comes Rolling Thunder for you, Vans. They're going to be dropping into hell and making some noise.
TiGG is actually playing outside of his smokes. Here comes also a showstopper from mada at spawn side, and they're just going to try to play contact off TiGG. There's that kill, a showstopper inside. Big trades for Soniqs, though. It's a 3-on-3. Already closing in, though, from defender side, and it does not connect onto the kill for JSUNG, but at least Crunchy is there. Spike is now planted on 2 versus 1. bdog now forced to pick up a Phantom after a Cosmic Divide. Here it comes. We like this. It's pinged out at the same time, but are we going to have some fun with knives? I'd like to see a knife here onto Crunchy, but look at that. The spacing a little bit further out just to make sure that he doesn't get knifed through that.
They've literally identified him with a little gust. Oh, but they didn't know he's on new box. They just didn't know the full story.
What a float there from bdog, and he lines them up quite easily, catches them off 0 point in a top of heaven. That's going to spot mada here. And here comes the push on that heaven side, but the camera's there. He's so good so far, Moose, with the camera positioning on round after round, and he spots so much information. That's 3 players. Seeker's coming out on the defender side. Here comes a dink from mada on the top of heaven, spraying through the boxes. It's still going to be LG all across the board with 3 falling down. Bob and iyen trying to retaliate, leaving only iyen alone. Still has a bit of HP, but has a bulldog, and can he get this clutch? Here comes the boom bot to give that information. A guided light on top of that. They know that he's still at orb, of a smoke on top, a trailblazer. Everything's being unloaded onto iyen. There's no way that he's going to be able to win this one here. Back at the orb side. A little bit of damage onto iyen. A swing on top, and mada gets a 4K B heaven side. mada at the point.
Here comes the frenzy parade.
Nice trap wire, and that allows Bob to get the first kill. Aftershock to prevent anybody from pushing through with the frenzy to trade back. But look at that. Luminosity Gaming going back through the ropes, going back to heaven side, trying to make it into the A site. And it's going to be a 0 point that spots dazzLe for iyen to get the kill. But off the flank, off the lurk, TiGG does get the headshot into Bob, where they can potentially rotate back if they want to, but not needed. They're mowing down towards the spawn side. JSUNG with another kill. They don't know where Miniature is at, though. There's 20 seconds left on the clock. The jump's coming in from Moose as Miniature connects with that headshot from the headhunter, hunting down some heads. And so is Crunchy with that last kill. So grouped up together once again, LG looking for some mid control, and Miniature again, one of those rounds where you're just pushing forward, getting information, doing some damage. Fault line ready here for Bob, so we could potentially get a swing, but it's smoked out on the ropes. We're still pushing out. He doesn't care. Miniature, though, gets punished for that, and we try to pinch in for another push from ropes, but it's just going to be JSUNG holding back behind that smoke. This is difficult here with this angle. The first headshot aiming down the
Bully?
side. That's 2, but eventually gets stopped by Mada.
Ooh. Burst fire friendly there coming from Vance. Mada gets turned around with that bulldog to make sure Bob goes down. And now it's going to be a
It's
3.
just going to rotate back towards spawn side in case, and they're going to look to play a retake on A side instead, and set up Crossfire just to make sure nobody's pushing in
30
towards the
seconds
spawn
left.
side. So Crunchy gives that up. They're both going to clear out spawn side first and work
Oh,
together
the
inside. B, but he
backs.
swings out for the kill.
Spike
Spike is down.
down B.
Vans. Possibility is growing.
Planted.
Surely they can
Last player
get their way into
standing.
the site and take this. TiGG takes 1 down, making it that much harder, but it's Crunchy.
We're about to see a double swing very soon off contact. Crunchy's moving forward.
One
There's that
enemy
first kill
remaining.
through the box, looking in towards Hell, but was looking in towards Heaven first.
The play we may have seen them taking a different time if there were more rounds to be had, but now they do not. A little bit of A control from the reverse side now here from LG.
There we go. That's the battle we were talking about, but unfortunately there was a crate coming out from A side as well. bdog
Wow,
taking control of the
Vans.
A side. Heaven 2, the Cosmic Divide to come out. Maybe an underhand flash, but it misses. It didn't cross the wall, so an easy kill for bdog. And this is going to be it. Maybe not. So he's in a great position right now for this post plant. dazzLe just has to run that clock down. You're seeing he's expending everything. 2 flashes, looking back and forth, swinging back and forth as well. Loses the fight, but that clock is ticking down.
Big.
Trying to
Open
look back
plant.
towards Heaven, but we talked about 3 stars. He has a Cosmic Divide, and here comes the Gravity Well. A swing out from JSUNG, but unfortunately TiGG is going to be able to clutch a 2 versus 1. The Red Bull clutch to make it 13-3. And no duelist, what makes it very important, very similar to how KCP is currently playing it, right? Is iyen just to prevent the attackers from pushing further than that. But look at this lurk. There was actually still TiGG looking towards long B, so the teleporter comes back towards the B side. But there's still another one holding back towards U-Haul, and that's
what a
Mada.
great dart.
So they fight in that area. Meanwhile, though, we're holding on both ends, and finally TiGG is finally openings. The B side is weakened. It's up to iyen. 2 heads are now spotted, but it's still Moose that's going to save his teammate, leaving Crunchy on his own.
LG, they had so much control on U-Haul, making it so convincing, and then saying, you know what? We don't have control of the site yet. There's a lot over there because of the util they felt, how many shots they heard. They made a little bit of audio.
Bob pushing down. Catches TiGG off guard, and that's a big kill to start things off, just to continue to try to work their way towards the flawless. A beautiful wall bang from iyen. That connects onto 1, and you know, with what's remaining here for Luminosity and
30
remaining in
seconds
time as well, it seems like we might start to commit towards this B site.
I feel like Soniqs get a bit of their read back here. I mean, we have a push-up coming in from Miniature, so he knows that no one's going to be pushing mid right now. Shower is going to be watched. So a lot of Soniqs can start to focus on doing some peeks, doing some spams. A little bit of a chase there as Moose picks up Spectre. Gonna run this one through to figure out what he actually has
He
surrounding
wants
him.
his Vandal.
So, yeah. You can make it out alive with that. Nope, not gonna happen. They're really benefiting them, and they actually just had one against them, as we saw. But here again, working to U-Haul. First time they did this, they ended up at B. Let's see how they play this one out. 3 stacks here.
Spike down A.
And 1 down off that stack. Unfortunately. But
Just
here
out to
comes-
sight.
Yeah.
Gotta love it.
Planting in the back, so the paint shells are going towards that front, so it's going to be a clear plant now for Luminosity.
So good.
Going late here with the Hunter's Fury, but an enemy spotted there, and we're trying to connect into that. And here's that kill. 1 more inside the Viper's pit. JSUNG in the back of spawn, avoiding a shock dart. Still has a poison orb in his hand. Recon dart going inside the pit. And here's the swing from Bob, and she gets the kill.
Ooh. Down the stairs, too.
God.
Such annoying stuff done by Soniqs with their Viper's Pit. I love it.
Oh my god, we're just unloading everything too, and we're just going to
Yeah,
try to
good
hunt him
clear.
down. But a Hunter's
Up the
Fury
gut.
on the attack on top of that, pinging a little bit of his teammates, and iyen tries to run back out, gets stopped by Moose, and that's going to be the A-site weekend. JSUNG still holding the back end just in case. Running inside the smoke, the flash does not affect him, so he might be able to catch one off guard potentially.
A lot of util still up. You can see how they're trying to play cat and mouse in this. JSUNG just on the other side. He's going to be revealed now as he goes for the reload. No, Mada actually just pulls it out. He didn't have to reload. That's the final push most likely. As he hears a teleport. Great round coming in from I say both
Control
sides.
here for the attack. Double initiator towards showers to allow this control to happen, and Miniature trying to swing out off the owl drone that he hears, but unfortunately looks in the wrong corner. A swoop peek, JSUNG with 2 kills, Spike is down, Crunchy in front of the showers, and that's gonna drop 2 as well. TiGG on his own, on his lonesome, a 3 versus 1 to look for the victory, at least to salvage something.
35 seconds. A minute, it kind of seems like the world. 30 seconds seems to dwindle away much faster when you're
30
trying to play a
seconds
3v1. Doubling up a very nice time. He actually went down last round. But gains the space this time and now has U-Haul.
You had to, at some point, try to make something out of nothing here for Luminosity. You're creeping up towards Hookah, you're creeping up towards U-Haul.
Yeah.
You lost that initiator earlier on, and it works out. As the TP goes back, you gain control of U-Haul. Yeah, you lost a player towards Hookah, but at least we were able to gain a little bit of ground, and here comes a showstopper. Another big trade.
Spike
bdog's
down
on
A.
by himself, looking for this clutch. 24 seconds left on the clock. The Spike is down just by the teleporter, and it's being watched over by iyen. So at this point, Bob, the off angle, the wrong
I
side.
love it. Look at 3 members rotating back over. There's still the hold
God.
by TiGG in showers. They're going to go back to U-Haul. It was up to Crunchy, and that time it did not go his way.
Definitely, I was off the goop because I thought I heard the Seekers before, but that's perfect for the move inside the A site now. And the plant has happened, and a Trailblazer spots iyen inside spawn site. They've lost Crunchy in the process, so that's 1 controller down. 4 players rotating back all the way towards spawn side. Nobody flanking here for SQ. Just a couple of sprays through this Viper's pit. TiGG is dancing around, but we've closed in another Viper inside the pit, and it's going to be iyen. That's the first one to fall. A big controller, and TiGG to fall as well. But the Viper's pit is still up. That clock is still ticking down. Moose is still holding by the APC.
1 enemy remaining.
And that's going to be it.
Moose.
Very difficult to retake for this one here. Miniature has nothing but the Headhunter and
That'll mauled you a little bit. You're like, oh no, I'm jumping. A few more rounds here for LG to cap back to even. dazzLe with a nice shot. Looks
my.
straight down and just drives some shots into iyen Vance.
That was a
30
nice
seconds
flash
left.
to allow dazzLe to peek out to get that
Spike
frag.
plant.
So pulse plant coming in for SQ. No recon dart to get information either. And that is going to make it even more difficult. An owl drone to follow behind the Cosmic Divide. That's going to spot a few players right there. Mada's holding it close. Shock dart, do some damage. Oh, he misses a couple of shots, but at least, like I said, bdog on the top of that shelf is going to get that second frag. That's going to be it, 6-5.
Thinks they can find it, and he does actually get a tag.
bdog with Blade Storm, nice. Snake bites on the ground just prevent this push from coming through. That leaves bdog on his own. Oh man, we got a bloodbath going in with these trades. bdog still getting pinged, still trying to move out towards the elbow side, looking close range against Bob. The opponents, his teammates, are actually moving inside this B site. Rotators come back, but here comes a big flank. But look at this Moose in the back of Hookah, where potentially cannot be checked. Yeah, it's not going to be checked. Oh, it's being checked. And Crunchy gets it. The headshot right there. The game sense coming out, but dazzLe's holding in the back. Crunchy's now on his own. Blade Storm outside, and it's going to be a floating kill from bdog. That TP that you called does happen, but we still have a late lurk from
30
Crunchy at
seconds
Octagon. Frenzy close, and somehow iyen gets the kill onto TiGG as it gets traded out. And here comes the TP back into the B site.
I like the audacity has Miniature. Miniature has sometimes of
Yep.
just jumping into something, or up C ramp, or up split ramp, sorry.
10 seconds
Here it
left.
is, Spew and Tube, the retake for Moose.
Spike planted.
Pinged
Last
out,
player
a
standing.
nice headshot, and Bob with the frenzy with the last few bullets and 5 HP. And that keeps 3
Exactly.
players in a spot towards A site. Thankfully, though, we have snake bites on the defender side, paint shells to come out. Moose just
boy.
dancing around the window, under the window. Miniature, meanwhile, does manage to get the kill after all onto bdog at A site. So that might pull the rotation back towards A. Mada, meanwhile, does get the kill towards long B. TiGG pushing down towards short A. And also makes it a little bit easier for LG to breathe a little bit more into this
seconds
round.
left.
But not for long. 3 players of Soniqs pushing forward towards this A site. 1 inside showers to set up this crossfire with TiGG. A little bit of a gravity well, but iyen's out in the open, about to get backstabbed if we get the swing from TiGG, and there it is. Trailblazer to come out too, trying to clear out towards the U-Haul, and they spot Bob. Bob is actually holding there with JSUNG on this 4 versus 2, so they have to watch each other's backs. Recon dart available, ready to go. So we have some sprays coming out. JSUNG with the swing and a headshot, aiming down the sight from the Bulldog. Paint shells in the front of the site. A flash coming in from the defenders, but it's a 2 versus 2. ADS, another dink. But here it comes. Bob swinging out, and not enough HP, unfortunately, to clutch it. Not from Bob, and she does not ping anybody yet. They're looking for these kills. Miniature pushing outside from a smoke.
30 seconds left.
And at the same time, the Seekers from mada just around the corner that hits him. Miniature back with the Headhunter. What a battle inside here, and finally mada capitalized on the top. Meanwhile, though, it did get a plant. But it's not going to be off the back of iyen, so they don't have a Viper's Pit, and iyen gets popped.
Ooh.
That's what happens.
That was unexpected and a very big frag for iyen to be getting. TiGG now watching the flank. They know they're getting pinched a little bit here, Vans. It's getting kind of stressful for them to be playing this post plan versus so many.
One enemy remaining. Flawless.
Boom. Really gonna go towards E on this hit.
It's going to be a big win.
Spike is ready.
Because they have a Cosmic Divide on defense. They're just trying to pull the rotation out. And here comes that
Right.
timing. 13 seconds left on the clock. iyen gets the kill. They're moving inside the A site. Off shot missed by bdog. And iyen pushes forward. It's a 3v3. They've lost their player towards B, but it doesn't matter. You get the plant down right now. You also have this Cosmic Divide on the attacker side too. Seeker is coming out on the rotation though from LG outside the teleporter. And they hear that. They know that for SQ. They're holding in towards U-Haul. A battle as they push down towards spawn side, and JSUNG gets punished for that. And the last two members are now spotted because of those Seekers inside U-Haul. Recon Dart, they're holding it safe. That spike is still down as iyen. He's been a hero into this round. A triple kill, a jump peek out from mada. And does he have a flash? He does not have a flash, but he has Trailblazer, but they won't be able to use it. They have to try to close in quick because that clock is ticking on that spike. iyen in the back of triple as Crunchy gets the kill outside from U-Haul. Moose is
Gotta
on
get
his
on
own. You're going to TP to save your gun. And that was a round. That very important position to where he's at.
Oh my gosh, this timing. bdog clears. He's gonna wide check. Does he go for the next corner?
Spike planted.
Oh, he's just out.
He knows.
Wait, he really feels like it's gonna happen. Wow, bdog. Game sense.
Same for Miniature. The one off at the heaven side, so a 4 versus 4, but this is going to be hard to hold here for Soniqs because they've given up. They've forfeited Showers, which is why you have Bot moving forward. Here comes the defuse. It's already a halfway. It's off the halfway mark. mada does get the kill onto JSUNG. Crunchy trying to fight back. A push up here, an off shot from Miniature, and this is going to be huge right now off that lurk that I mentioned before. Here comes that peek out, the headshot. Recon Dart on top of that, but low HP is Bob. Halfway mark. It's off the spike. The spray now from mada. The timing off the spike again, and Bob does get the Red Bull clutch for Sonic. bdog to actually use all that utility at the beginning. There's less to work inside the A site now. There's 15 seconds left at the same time. Here comes the flash from mada. The hero play, the ping out, but it gets killed by JSUNG. He's on fire as well, and they'll get this plant with 6 seconds, 5 seconds left on that clock.
To get back in here, and they're gonna have to play this hip and hip to make it happen, which makes it even harder. You're kind of relying on one person plus checking a billion angles, and they go for it. There's one.
And when TiGG doesn't have any stars left to work with and somehow kills Crunchy, so that's going to be a star away for the defuse. A jiggle peek, Bob going to work. It's now a 1 versus 1. A tap, bdog swinging out. Here's the footsteps, another swing out. Oh, but it does not connect. bdog is going to be able to get this kill, and it is going to be potentially the defuse coming in. Is there time? He will get it with 0.21 seconds.
Moose, almost a tag.
bdog has to come up.
They actually fire it straight out.
He has no dash, and here it comes. Running inside that pit, takes the headshot, going back inside the tube. A nice flash from mada actually to allow bdog to get that kill. Only Bob is on her own, and that's going to be it. 1 of 4 versus 1, at least. That's it for plant spike inside B site. Trailblazer to look out. It actually looks towards the right side, so she can potentially swing out. Shock dart in that back. Just trying to do that econ damage. Not going to happen. We're tied at 2 players from LG inside site, and it's off bdog and TiGG, and bdog has a judge. This is so scary. There's 12 seconds left. A flank coming in from behind from Moose as well, and the Blade Storm's the first one to ring. 8 seconds left, 6 seconds left. dazzLe getting some frags. Crunchy trying to stay alive, and that's gonna be it. The spike has been planted, unfortunately, for Soniqs, but LG will get the defuse, and they win the series to now move on to the main event of the VCT qualifiers.